My name's Jonathan Norman, and I'm talking to David Dunning, who is founder of CMS and who has established a data club, which is a vehicle for coming up with a common language for the kind of management information that's used to underpin the decisions and governance of portfolios, projects, and programs. I hope I've got that right, David.
Certainly, yes. I've been involved in projects and programs for many, many years now. And when I've helped those organizations implement portfolio program and project management solutions, the focus has often been on efficient use of reports, efficient use of data, and has been very operationally focused. And we hear PMOs talk a lot about how disappointed they sometimes are that the data they produce isn't used by the senior levels. People don't read what I produce, and the senior levels saying, "Why do you give me all this garbage?" He says with his tongue in his cheek. So a small group of us have got together to try and help communication between PMOs, who are doing a great job at overseeing how projects get delivered, and the more senior levels in an organisation that have to make decisions on portfolios and programs and direct them in the right way. So we are focusing on a data model that we can share and put into the public domain, so that organisations large and small have something to start from which they can derive the management information they need to support the decision-making meetings that they have, that we can use to support decision-making framework that allows all those meetings to hang together, and essentially supplement what a PMO might do to bring efficiency and cohesiveness of operation to portfolio program and project management, to supplement it with cohesiveness on decision-making and governance that goes above it, in a nutshell.
And how far have you got? It sounds like a fairly long-term project, but how far have you got?
Well, we're looking to create an example and a model rather than a definitive standard that tries to boil the ocean. So there's a leadership team of about 12 of us. We're all volunteers, and a further 30 or so who are either reviewers or are participating as developers. And we've brainstormed and agreed on a model organisation framework. So we've got an idea of the kind of organisation we're looking to hit. And we've drafted out an example governance framework that would describe how that business works, from strategic objective through to origination of portfolio, through to setting and directing of projects and programs, and how that might fit in with its business function. And from that, we've started to identify what kinds of MI a business would require for each of those decision-making meetings. So we're progressing our way through that, and we're currently in review of what that framework looks like. Our next step is then to start to define what the MI exactly might look like, at least in course terms. And from that, we can start to derive the data that's needed to support that reporting. And we've been supported by Adrian Dooley from Praxis, and he's shared with us the standards from within Praxis, and we've started to derive what a model might look like bottom up. So we've been through Praxis and deduced how we might define a risk, how we might define an issue, and started to define a bottom up data model, so that once we've done the top down approach, we can pull the two together and hopefully then leave our industry with something that it can take forward and use if it sees fit.
Fantastic. I can capture some links to Praxis and indeed to the LinkedIn group that you run. But if people want to find out more, David, and get involved and perhaps volunteer, how would you like them to reach out to you?
Well, anybody that has an opinion on what good looks like in terms of how a governance framework might work around projects and programs, we'd love to hear from you to help us input to the design. But also, we're looking to take the model and run it through organisations and get their feedback on it, because the model is only there for us to use to work with new organisations to create something for themselves with. So if you have something to give in terms of helping us design something, or something to give in terms of giving us feedback on how it would work for you, we'd certainly love to hear from you. and contact me directly, or hit the LinkedIn core P3M Data Club group, and we'll certainly get back to you.